Good morning, Randy, K7AGE. It's January 6, 1734 UTC, 26 minutes to the ARRL RTTY Roundup contest. I'll be operating. I got the station all set up. I took Friday off from work. I got the Write Log software all reinstalled on the new computer with MMTTY, the updated checklist files and all that loaded in. Made a few contacts yesterday, including South Africa and 20 meters at about 2100 GMT with 100 watts. So hopefully the bands will allow us to work lots of stations and lots of DX. On my second computer behind the camera, I have my TRX manager running with my log, so if I see any spots of any DX RTTY countries I haven't confirmed, I'll be able to focus in on those as well. So during the next 30 hours, I will occasionally turn on the camera and let you look over my shoulder and see what's going on here. See you later. Okay, we're tuning around here. It's 1835. Tune in somebody here. Okay. It's DE. Okay, AB4GG calling CQ. I'm sending my call out. He's heard me. He's in Tennessee. Send my exchange. Exchange over. QSL. Enter. He's in the log. Here's HI3TEJ calling from the Dominican Republic. He's working at VE6SZS. Just want to beam down here. CQ. That's my call. Again, it was pretty scrambled. There we go. I'm in the clear. 59. Contact 64. Send my exchange. New multiplier, a little bit of DX, second DX. QSL, thank you. Okay, let's try calling CQ. I found a bit of space between a couple stations here. So let's pop out of CQ here. I've dropped my power to 50 watts, run things at half power. And I'm going to narrow up the bandwidth, go back to 250 hertz. Sending CQ again. CQ. CQ again. And a long one. One people. It's 1910 of log 50 contacts. A little over an hour. Running about 600 watts out on the watt meter from the amplifier. Looks like I should be able to scare up somebody here. Now we got a KC8SQC calling. Send my exchange out to him. He's pretty weak. MI, gotcha. KCS, close correct. Send my exchange, put them in the log. QRZ, next station, CQ. Nothing heard, CQ again. Send my macro out twice, CQ. There we go, got somebody. N9SZ. Send the exchange, tab over looking for his exchange. QSL 59 Ohio, new state multiplier. QSL, QRZ, enter, he's in the log next. Here we got another one. AGE, W1LZ, send the exchange, tab over. Thank you, 59 New Hampshire, that's always a good one to get. QRZ, thank you. Next. Well, 2 in a row. 2 new multipliers, Ohio and New Hampshire. Somebody's kind of got one of their tones overlapping one of mine, so we're kind of fighting each other. Keep making noise. Calling CQ. There we go. We got KG5EG. Okay, I like the call. Looks correct. Twice in a row. Where are you? KG5EG. You don't have to send my call. I know it. You're in Illinois. Thank you. Confirm. Enter. You're in the log. QRZ next. CQ. The rate meter says 101 per hour in the last 6 minutes. Be nice if I could keep that up. Somebody sending my call. KE4YZE. Calls twice in a row. That's probably correct. Where are you? KE4YZE. You don't have to send my call. I know my call. Florida. Do multiplier. Thank you. Send the confirmation. Thank you. QRZ. Enter. You're in the log. Next. I don't hear anybody. Come on. Here we go. He's off frequency. VE6DJT. I like the call. So I had to tune him in with the RIT, received offset tuning. And then tune up on me. You're in 599 Alberta. Send the QSL. When I send that, part of the macro turns off the RIT, puts it back to 0. Enter, you're in the log. So now I'm ready for the next station on my frequency. Nice little addition to the macro. Thank you, Don. I use his, we got N9CK, I believe. Send the exchange. See if he corrects my call. See if he corrects his calling. 59 Wisconsin, must have been okay. QSL, enter in the log. Number 65. We got another one. N1. Okay, here we are, 2140 into the contest. Almost 4 hours. 175 QSOs calling CQ on 20, or on 15 at the moment. Pretty slow going. Most of the spots are U.S. stations spotting U.S. stations. Big whoopie whoop. 176 QSOs, 38 states, 4 provinces, and 13 DX. ZL4BR, New Zealand. Give him a shout. K7AGE, got him on the first call, right on top of somebody else. His number 55th QSO. Wonderful. Send my exchange. Good signal. About an S1. And another multiplier. Well, it's 056 GMT. We're 7 hours into the contest here. I've worked 303 stations. And there's kind of a view of the screen here. Not going to be in the way. Here's the tuning things up here. This is showing the mark in the space, spectrum waterfall display, and the old tuning eye from back 50 years ago when we used to use oscilloscopes for tuning. So as I tune down, it turns clockwise or counterclockwise. As I tune up, it turns clockwise. So the idea is to get this tuned so that it's a nice cross pattern. That one's pretty weak, but that's the idea. And also the two peaks will line up with the lines here. So various windows. This is the window for the RTTY decoder. This is the log window here. This is the window that I'm copying the text from. Just close up the window. There's CQ from VA3DX. Press the function key, send out my calls going out here in blue. He's coming back to me. 59 Ontario. I better put his call in here. And send out my exchange. V3DX. Here 59 California, California. My call. And he comes back and QSLs that the information is correct. You can see now when he copies this call the next time. Here it is, VE3DX. Shows it up in kind of a pinkish color. That means it's a duplicate. So green, it was a new station for me to work, and now he appears as a dupe. CQ, 800 watts. So that's number 479 at 0701 UTC. So been at it since 10 o'clock this morning. It's now 11 p.m. here in California. Took about an hour plus out for dinner. So not too bad. When I did this 2 years ago, I was about 100 QSLs less. Really not much DX at this point. Really haven't heard Europe. Worked quite a few Japanese this afternoon. Worked a New Zealand station or two. Couple in Mexico, but not a lot of DX. Looks like I've worked 44 states, 4 provinces, in 21 DX countries. So we can work some multipliers tomorrow that'll run the score up. Score now currently is at 32,913. Time for some shut-eye, and we'll tackle it again in the morning. K7AGE. Good morning. It's 1616 UTC. So that makes it about 8:16 here in California. I've started operating here a little after 5 this morning. Worked a couple hours and took a break. Had my breakfast and let 20 meters come alive here. I've worked 588 total stations, 42,336 points, 45 states, 4 provinces, and 23 DX. So just keep slugging at it here this morning. K7AGE. Here we are, just slugging it away here. 1659. Calling CQ and 14109.05. Sometimes it's a lot of this. So this is my bird's eye view. Calling CQ. CQ. Come on, let's have somebody come back. somebody. Well, here it is, 1904. A little less than 5 hours to go. Score currently is 684 QSOs for 51,984 points. It's now 20:01 GMT, 12 p.m. California time. I'm up to now 715 stations. Another hour's gone by. 2100 GMT, 1 p.m. here California time. I'm at 740 QSOs, 58,460 points score, and not much to be found here. Well, another hour. It's now 22:05. Less than 2 hours to go. I had a pretty good run of CQs on 20 meters. I'm now up to 776 for a score of 61,304. It's really slowing down. As you tune across, it's just everybody calling CQ that you've already worked. 2300, broke 800. Just finished 802, score 64,160. So we can scare up anything out in the Pacific here. Hawaii, Japan, New Zealand, Australia, the islands, Korea. Where are you guys? Well, here we are at 23:59. Last station I worked was 4 minutes ago. JA1BWA in Japan. And before that, also on 15 meters here, I worked YC8EL in Indonesia for my last multiplier, number 81. And I think that brings it to an end of 835. One more. 7L4IOU. Gotta get them in the log before the clock turns over. And minus number 259th. And he's in the log at 23:59 for the last contact. One more. JI3CW, CWI. It's 4 p.m. Too late. Contest over. Sorry. Well, that was the end of the 2007 ARRL RTTY Roundup. Turn that down. Long 24 hours, 836 contacts for a total of 67,000 points. 67,716. I worked 45 states, 8 Canadian provinces, and 28 countries, which is pretty poor. The sunspots and the propagation were not too good for this contest, but slugging it out and lots of hours in front of the radio and butt in the chair. I managed 836 QSOs. 2 years ago when I did this contest, I did 681, so about 150 contacts more. I'm tired. I'm going to go have a beer and take a step outside. Hope you enjoyed all this. Oh, we do this again February 10th with the CQ RTTY contest. See you then.